All right, what's going on, everyone? Josh Quinones here. Today we're going to be taking a look at probably my new favorite super thin case for the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This is the new Dbrand grip case Atomic Edition. So if you've been following Dbrand, you'll know that they do have their original grip case, not Atomic Edition, but just the grip case. And I actually got two right here. We got one for the smaller Galaxy S22 and the S21 Ultra. And with these ones right here, you can hear these are a hard shell. They don't have too much flex to them, and they are, a bit thick, which is going to give your device some really good protection. I mean, I've done drop tests with this specific case, throwing my phone up in the air, let it land on the ground, and they do a really good job at protecting, the device. Well, this one right here is a little bit different, has pretty much the same exact design. I mean, it is still a grip case, it's just thin. It's gonna give you that thinness so you don't add, too much bulk to your Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, as you can see, this one is not a hard shell. It does have quite a bit of flex to it, but it's still going to give you some decent protection, and it snaps on pretty good. So you can hear right there, you got a nice snap on all four corners. Let me do this corner. So you're gonna have a nice snap all around the four corners, so it's gonna stay on there nice and secure. But what I really love about this is how thin it is. While I do like, pretty bulky cases because of the type of work that I do, I like that maximum protection. I also like really thin cases that are still going to give me, some good amount of decent protection. While this one right here, it's gonna look good, it's gonna feel good, especially because of all that grip, which we'll get into here in a little bit, but it's also going to provide you some decent protection. Like for the display, for instance, if you look at the top and the bottom of this case, we're getting some good sized lips on the bottom and the top that it's gonna give the phone enough lift to where, if you accidentally have a light drop down on a flat surface like that, it is going to give you enough lift to where it should protect that display from any cracks or scratches. And the same thing if you're someone who likes to have your phone face down all the time, and maybe there's sometimes where you slide the phone around a lot on a desk or a table or anything like that. These lips on the top and the bottom of the display should give you enough lift to where you're not gonna scratch up that display. So that's one good protective spot that we got on this case right here. Then going to the back, I love this flat design that we have right here. So there's not going to be any wobble effect if you do have it, sitting down on a flat surface. It goes over the camera lenses perfectly. So the cameras are a little bit recessed. I mean, it's not a huge deep cutout or anything like that, but it's still just enough to where those camera lenses aren't going to get scratched up from sliding around on the table. So I'm loving this flat design in the back. Now, one extra thing that I love about this case is the grip. I mean, you're literally getting grip all over. I mean, listen to this. You hear that? That's grip all around the back of the case right here. Now, they do not give us the option to add a skin to the back of this case like with these cases right here, the original grip case, but honestly, I don't mind it at all. I am loving this matte black finish in the back. I mean, it just looks really, really good. Now, not only are you getting grip all around the back of this case, but you get it at the top, you get it at the bottom, and the sides. And not only do you get the grip on the sides, but you get this texture right here on the bottom that's going to give you that kind of extra grippiness. So you're gonna have a hard time trying to get this phone to slip out of your hands. And that's one of the biggest reasons for having a case like this is because, sometimes, we get people that talk on the phone, maybe you trip or something and the phone accidentally slips out of your hand. Well, that's most likely not gonna happen with this case. Or maybe you're out, taking pictures or video and you're moving around a lot. Well, you know what? All this grip is going to keep this phone in your hand. You're gonna have a hard time letting this phone slip out of your hand. So I am loving the grip all the way around. And honestly, for me, I thought it would have been a little bit harder to put in my pocket because of all this grip, but I think because of how slim it is, it's really not that difficult to get in your pocket or in and out of your pocket. So definitely feels really good in the hand, especially because of all that grip. Doesn't add too much bulkiness to your device. It's going to give you really good, decent protection for a slim case like this. Going down to the bottom, we do have precise cutouts for the USB Type-C charging input, the microphone, the speaker grill, and also the S Pen, which is easily accessible, as you can see there. It is not hard to get the S Pen out of this case at all. Going to the left, nothing but that texture down at the bottom. Going to the top, we do have a precise cutout for that microphone. And then over to the right, we have the buttons and then that extra texture down at the bottom. And the buttons are nice and responsive, nice and clicky. Listen to this. Those are the volume rockers. And there is the power button. So Power button, nice and responsive. Volume rockers, nice and responsive. And they also have kind of a texture to them too. The texture on the volume rockers is a little bit different than the power button. I would say the power button is more smoother, but you can still feel some texture in there. And the volume rockers are a bit more rugged, which helps you be able to, feel the difference between the two. So you're not accidentally pressing the power button instead of the volume rockers if that's what you're trying to get to. Now, like I said, this case does feel nice and secure on the device, so you shouldn't have to worry about it falling off if you do happen to drop your phone. But I will say here around the sides of the phone, yeah, it does pull out a little bit. I mean, if you're pulling on it like this, but the corners are on there so good that you're not gonna have to worry about it falling off, like I said. So just keep that in mind. I thought I'd go ahead and point that out. But overall, I mean, for a slim case, I think this is a great case. Like I said, I'm loving the flat design in the back. I just love the overall look of it. The way it feels in the hand doesn't add too much bulkiness to your device. I mean, it almost feels like you don't have a case on, but obviously you do because you can feel all the grippiness around, which is another thing I love about this case. And yes, wireless charging does work, and so does reverse wireless charging. I mean, it should, right? Because it's a super thin case. But yes, I have tested this out, and both wireless power share and wireless charging do work with this case. And the cool thing about it is, if you pre-order this now, it's only $19.95, and I think the original price was around 26 bucks, but right now if you pre-order it, it's $19.95. And I'll have a link down in the description below in case you do want to check one out for yourself. I can definitely recommend this case if you're looking for a really, really good super slim case that you don't want, and you don't want to add too much bulkiness to your phone. This is definitely going to be a great choice to go with. Like I said, I'll have a link down in the description below. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other featured videos to come. Again, this is the Dbrand Atomic Grip Case, or the Grip Case Atomic Edition. Great super thin case. Like I said, I think this is my new favorite right here. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.